We begin tonight with A. Scott Bolden, former Democratic Party chair in D.C. Our buddy who came in. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much. Joel Rubin, Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Legislative Affairs under President Obama. Welcome to the program.
Thanks, Leland.
Thank you. Joel, Kamala Harris has had the best 30 days in modern political history.
No
probably. I don't know how you have anything better. Is there a danger in coming here? You've got the protests outside. There is a lot you can't control. How does it get better than it's been so far?
Well, it gets better because it keeps on growing. What we're witnessing right now is the building of a movement for Kamala Harris. We're witnessing the diverse coalitions of the Democratic Party coming together in a unified manner and metastasizing into a snowball type of dynamic that will just grow and grow and grow. That's how you get there. We are already in the sprint. This convention, it's a pivot moment into the final stretch. And so for Kamala Harris, she benefits from not really having to fight in a primary. And all her effort now is for the final push and the movement behind her. It's grassroots, it's organic, it's going to continue to grow. And that's what's going to carry her to the White House.
I agree.
And we could hear you a lot better if you held your microphone closer.
Okay. I agree.
Not with me, but with him.
Perfect.
You're starting early. You know, we're not even 10 minutes into it, are we? No, but this is positive. Your comments about Biden. I think Biden's going to be the most powerful man in this theater tonight, and it's because none of this happens without Joe Biden releasing his delegates and walking away. Kamala Harris doesn't happen. This convention doesn't happen. This energy and so forth and so on. And so Joe Biden is no victim of a coup d'etat. Joe Biden is a selfless leader who chose to lead in a different way by not running.
I think it's fair to say there's a question of which Joe Biden we get tonight. I'm not talking in terms of energy level and everything else, but he's always been sort of a scrappy street fighter. And I don't know, Joel, how does he morph into that elder statesman role?
Well, let me give you the silver lining of what's been happening with all of the drama. And I am a big Joe Biden fan. I was advocating for him to stay in. I was going to fight for him as an outside advocate and push. Well, he decided to withdraw. But the silver lining here is that he loves Kamala Harris. Mm-hmm. He's all in for Kamala Harris. That has never been in doubt. So his frustrations with certain figures in the party and how it went down are not related to her. She was a loyal lieutenant. Yeah. And so I think we're going to see him push in that direction.
Yeah, and it's worth pointing out, I think, to be fair to her, and there's been a lot of reporting on this, and probably the reason the party has coalesced around her so much is there was not a hint or a peep of her trying to push him out. And that takes an amount of discipline and discipline over her staff that is really impressive to be able to keep them in control. The one thing I think fair people could agree on is that Kamala Harris has not done a lot of outside press in the past 30 days. In fact, I think she's taken 2 or 3 questions. One of them was about her plan to give $25,000 to every new homeowner. That was on the trail this weekend. Take a listen.
And what we're doing in terms of the tax credits, we know that there's a great return on investment. When we increase home ownership in America, what that means in terms of increasing the tax base, not to mention property tax base, what that does to fund schools, again, return on investment.
Scott, I went to the London School of Economics. I've studied these things. Forget the fact that it will raise the price of every home $25,000 when you give every new home buyer $25,000. But this idea about return on investment, that is complete economic bupkis.
Well, if you give individuals incentives, and I took macroeconomics, not microeconomics, if you give them $25,000, then that spurs people to buy their homes, one. And if you give developers, right, without allowing them to violate what she's trying to do, you give developers an incentive to build more homes. Because let me tell you something, inflation may be 3%, but what's not going down are housing costs. And what millennials and Generation Z say, we can't buy a home, we can't afford rent. You got to do something to economically move forward. And this is one of many ideas. Remember, she's only been on the campaign trail for 30 days. You talk about her not doing press, and she's building a campaign on the fly. So you have to give her some consideration for that.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.